All right, ladies and gentlemen, all right, all riggedy right. How have y'all been? TikTok family one time. What it do? Today's topic, this is the first one live and in living color. Once we're done, we're gonna get the video, we're gonna put it for the Spotify family to hear. Again, your boy's been gone for a minute. We had to deal with some issues in our body, right? In my body, okay? We don't like talking really about personal things, but just know that your boy is healthy, alive, and well, kicking, ready to go, ready to kick life's ass and continue to speak the truth to people. Ready to kick life's ass and continue to speak the truth to power. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you know I love doing this, man? This is a heart cry for me. I love doing it. Likes, no likes, people that see you, don't see you, all that kind of thing, family. At some point, don't you know you looking at life today? And we're just gonna start in today. Today's topic is what is intuition, family, right? What is intuition? Pretty interesting when you look at it, and also very simple. And ain't that interesting? Because life is simple. As we say on the podcast, family, right? Life is simple, but people make it complicated. Let's do the podcast little stuff. Let's say all that, get that out of the way. Family, welcome in us a different view, family, who believe in, who love after, who defend, who have fun with, who uphold, search and seek, hunger and thirst to find that which is a different view. Family, welcome in. To get this right out of the way, while people's attention span is right at the beginning of this thing, as we understand attention spans change, right? And it's only a certain amount of time. The podcast you can find on Spotify, Pandora, and Apple, right? A different view, a different view. The artist name is KJ. I know there's a couple different views, but the artist name is KJ. You will find the podcast on YouTube. The channel is at A Different View 80. Again, same artist, same name, KJ. And on TikTok here at KJ's Clock. Sometimes I'll repost them. TikTok gets weird on allowing reposts and all that kind of stuff, right? So, back into today's topic, which we're going to be short with this. We're not going to keep you long. There's no need to keep us long, family, talking a lot of life and godliness, because this is what it is, right? We could do maybe little sections of life. So if we just finished talking about health. So let's talk about health for a second. Family, when it's time to take your medicine, take your medicine. It doesn't matter whether it's me, you, anybody. Again, we made the premise, and we're going to keep it, especially for the boo bird out there, and for those by which said boo bird mentality could creep into the mind, right? So not just for the folks who like hating for hating, but sometimes that thing get up in us. You know what I'm saying, family? And we just start, you be looking at something, you just be hating on people for no reason, family. Always be mindful of your thoughts. That's a real thing, right? That's a very Christian thing. That is a very real thing in life. Be mindful of your thoughts, right? This is for mental health, just the same. Okay, we have talked about the different points of health. This one's gonna be a little good one here. Okay, again, intuition, family. Don't you know when you look at we're just gonna put this out here. We don't want to make a mystery of it. Intuition means to consider, family, right? Something that you know, learn to consider. That's what it, which is interesting, because that also bleeds into the topic of meditation, which also bleeds into the topic of thinking, which this is what intuition is, family, right? We make things spooky, family. I'd heard it from our brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam, that sometimes we can be a superstitious kind of people. Specifically speaking, on the dark brown and tan skin tone folks of the planet, right? But understand, right? Consider, right? Again, use your intuition to know the fact that with some of this stuff, family, we have to think it through. So in your health, take your medicine. Yeah. Listen, as a guy who is very stubborn, family, we telling you take your and then this is for most men. You know, we're talking health, mental health. Go to therapy. You cannot love your kids right. We're talking for men now, right? We just passed Mother's Day. It's the same thing for Mother's Day, right? And unfortunately, again, your boy was down for the count for a little bit, but we back. Understand, family, that at the end of the day, or maybe I should say we got knocked down, right? A little 5 count, right? For the boxing fan out there. Anyway, at the end of the day, therapy will help you understand you. See, consider. We have to understand each other. You cannot understand until you begin to start considering things. Look around you, family. And sometimes you start to see stuff, you know, in nature. You look at the animal, they know when that storm coming. They know. Why? Because they've seen it before. Maybe sometimes they've got caught out in that storm and now it kicks in. Yep, time to go inside. Family, this is a time in life where it's time to go inside, take your medicine, go for a walk. You know, unfortunately, like when we talk about schmecks, see, again, I like using the direct language, but we're on TikTok. So at the end of the day, that just to show you what master do with language. For everybody thinking out here we're free. But I digress. At the end of the day, see, we can live free in an unfree environment. Can I say it, family? Can I say it one time? We can live free in an unfree environment. Anyway, this again, the so-called dark brown and tan. The so-called dark brown and tan skin tone people been doing it this whole time. That's normally how they laugh at you. This is what we meant to say. We've been living free in an unfree environment for the whole time, you know? You go back in the South and you look at half the food we used to eat, it was slop food, family, and we made some of the best food out of it. But know this, some of that ain't no good to eat. So as far as health is concerned, we have to change our diet. It's okay. It's not the so-called YT person's food. It's food, family. It's food. The chicken breast is food. Apples are food. Bananas are food. Oranges are food. Brown rice is food. That's not the so-called YT person's food. It's food. Hallelujah. I'm feeling it this morning, man. Yo. In your mind and in mental health, don't fall in that psychology garbage. If the man was, listen, we done seen enough historical mess, whether we're talking Tuskegee experiments and whether or not they went down into South America and started doing it or not. Most of the time when man is trying to do this kind of, no, that didn't happen. This is right about the time where we have to understand, family, that, yeah, no, it did happen. You dealing with devils, family. You dealing with Look, this is no diss. And if you are not it, then it's time to not be it, family. This is just a time to stand up and be counted for. You stand with your brothers and sisters. If you see this redlining mess that's going on, and again, 9 points, 10 points of activity that we're given. So one of them has to do with government. Again, Dr. Neely Fuller Jr. called it politics. But we know the word politic just means to talk about things. Again, the phrase to politic, where you get politics from, means to talk about things city, state. So we're just talking about wherever you live, right? AKA government. The fact that they're doing that, it ain't went nowhere, family. Just know this. When they play with the DEI thing, just know it ain't went. They want you, this thought came to my mind, right? And again, this is why health is important. look up what cow's milk will do to the prostate. We just asking you questions, family. They say I've heard it said that asking questions brings about information. Okay, what does you just ask your phone? See, again, we try to be doing like we need 9,000 books, and it's cool to have books in your library. Don't get me wrong. We should be people of learning. Education is another one of those 9 points of activity. Anyway, go look and see. Again, speaking on health, family. What does cow's milk do to the prostate? Once you go find out the information, I need somebody to tell me in the comments when we respond all this, whether Spotify, whichever one. You tell me why the man has not taught us the necessary for milk that comes from other things, whether it's coconut, almond, oat. Family, what you wonder why? It's the same thing when we talk on smoking. And right now we ain't talking about God's grass. I know they like to say the devil's grass. If it's growing up out this ground, family. Anyway. It's the same again, if us using something in an abusive form, okay? And the thing being there and us using it right, no different than fried chicken, right? And some beignets. Come on, talk to me, family, right? We talking about the foodie out there. It don't matter what it is. It should be done in moderation. So when you look at black culture, black cuisine, black diet, right? Why is fried food that is the delicacy? I said the delicacy, not no fried turkey. We frying turkeys now? No. Roasting, right? Basting, oven stuff. Family, come on. I've said it, and even in my own life, I'm witness to it. So we hold ourselves accountable. We just don't, this, we making it too easy for them. If we won't respect ourselves, why do we expect them to respect us? That does not mean they shouldn't. Okay, don't mix the two. But why should they if we don't? We keep going back to Kemet and all this kind of stuff. Know that was a time of great honor, high learning, family. That's what we got to get to. Ain't nobody said you can't have a good party, bust it down and twerk and all this other kind of stuff. Ain't nobody saying none of that. What we're saying is we need to add in the other parts that level us up a little bit. Level up. Yeah. Level up a little bit. Intuition means to consider, family. Simple. So when you see the man messing with the gas prices, don't you think it's about your brown, tan, dare I say even dark skin tone, possibly over in the East. We don't do Middle East, because Middle East is a colonized term that, this is another thing you can look up, family. It is a term that was used by London, by England, in reference to where London and England was. How disrespectful to the people who live in the East, family. Right? As some of our brothers and sisters will say, the northern tip of Africa, right? Family, just know whichever belief you in. We had put a post up, right? And we're just talking off the cuff right now. Again, we're talking about health. This is about intuition. The word means to consider, family, right? A knowing, an internal knowing. But an internal knowing, of course, your mind is internal. It's not like located outside your body, right? So at the end of the day, right, you know. For some of our dear brothers and sisters who did not lose their lives in a tragic mess that happened during September 11th, 2001 in New York, where we hear these stories about, hey, I felt like I shouldn't go to work today and all this other kind of stuff. Again, family, and our hearts and minds go out to those who have lost their lives during that horrible event. But at the same time, know that the intuition kicked in. When it comes to entertainment, right? Family, just know there's certain things that they will put before your eyes to weaken us as a society and not help us. Anybody who wants to join the group, join the gang, you love us, right? We can see the scar in the family. Shout out to Lion King one time. And it's time for us to be the Mufasa and protect the Simbas and the Nalas in the family one time. Know this, family, and I've heard it said a certain way, but this is the truth, that the streets are always looking for, and I should say massa, right? Because they're on the books just as the street Negro is, for breaking up homes, for not having, this don't matter whether you're talking intercultural or, like I like to say, intercultural, because ain't no race. Nobody's racing for nothing. Massa got a good race going on, and that race is dealing with the stuff, right? Again, as said in certain circles, God to them is gold, oil, and diamonds. Not the one who sits on the throne of justice, mercy, love, freedom, justice, equality. No, not that God. Gold, oil, and diamonds. That's why our Venezuelan brothers and sisters are going through what they're going through right now. We can make it spooky. We can say demons are involved. This is no diss on the spirit world, family, but understand this, especially when you're talking to Christian saints, right? You're told you get before the pearly gates. This don't matter, Catholic, Baptist, Episcopalian, all the good denominations on the books that had slaves in balconies or in the basements. This is something that you can find, again, another one of these things you can find online. This much sickness in the mind, family, that you have to free yourself from, right? And in that, just know that God is different to them than it is the one you may believe in, okay? This idea of just loving life, seeing this world for what it is, going across this world and looking at all its wonders and amazing. All right, family. All right. We apologize there for the last live that was on. The phone gets hot. My phone gets hot, and as a result, it shuts off. Whenever we're doing these podcasts, we are looking into it. Those who have any suggestions, those who are in the live, thank you for your support. Right? Thank you for your support. Again, in talking on intuition, right? Just to wrap up a thought, because we don't want to keep people for very long. A knowing. I'm in front of my computer now, so we have a little bit more free reign as far as just doing these deals here. So hang on one sec. So this is out of Merriam-Webster's dictionary, okay? I don't see, and you got to get away from gut feeling, okay? We do everything for gut. Family, when we're talking about probiotics, it's necessary for your colon, for your intestines, for your stomach, right? For the lining, for the cells. We like to one word everything, and it gets dangerous that way, right? We can talk about this with great replacement theory, where the YT people out there, since we're on TikTok, we use TikTok specific language, right? And we're just continuing off of what we were talking about, right? Intuition. Ain't nobody trying to replace nobody. Okay? And if you have issues with it, just know that there's a problem with this system set by which has affected all peoples. Know that. See, it's no theory. Know that, okay? The dark brown and tan skin tone people could give two damns less about replacing the pale and the light skin tone out here. We again, if you want to give me some Saul Guerrero, shout out to Star Wars fans, right? We had Star Wars May 4th, right? Again, your boy was down for the count, but we're back now, right? Shout out to Star Wars fan one time. of which I am one, right? And we get into this May the 5th and, and whatever we doing, right? Somebody gotta big up the Sith, man. Somebody always gotta be looking at the dark. They like that Empire. Hey family, this rebellion land over here, we don't love the Empire. I mean, you might like Master System, and that's great, and it may give you a good vacation to Lake George or wherever you go, Erie, wherever you go a year, right? But for the rest of us out here on the grind, we don't give a damn about Master System. Immediate apprehension or cognition. Now, this is, again, as a noun we're describing. What is that on you, in you, on you, something, right? Church folks put that on you, right? The Holy Spirit on you, telling you something. Again, we're not dissing belief here, because each belief, we had just put a thing here, family. Again, we got to get away from these Bible wars, right? It's like religious set tripping out here. Shout out those who understand the streets, right? That may hear this episode, okay? And it's just like, the Baptists banging on the Catholic, and then the Catholic banging on the Buddhist, and then the Confucianists banging on this one and that one, and it just keeps going and going, right? We talk about the partition. Shout out the TV show Ms. Marvel one time. Just letting people know Massa got his hand in the pot. When they talk about that melting pot, that ain't just people living on their own. That's the man messing around and manipulating things. Like essaying our dear black sisters and interjecting yourself inside of a birth line in humanity that you had no business. Nobody was coming together, but we know right about the time people come together, you got to have a Walter Pleckert, a good Presbyterian preacher. Stop people from loving each other, right? No, we can see the play again. Intuition, family. Don't you listen to hate. Don't you listen to greed. Don't you listen to none of that crap. This is about people loving and respecting each other and those who don't. That's simple. It's that simple. Knowledge or conviction. Now, of course, some of these definitions just come back around to the same thing. So you just throw that part out, right? Because it don't make sense. Knowledge or conviction gained by intuition. Like, what? So we're going to do this one in real time. Intuition's etymology, right? So hang on one second. When you go on Edom Online, we are not going nuts here. We're not. You got to do a deep dive, brother. No. I heard a person say one day I was talking between evolution and creation, right? It was at the job, right? And again, when you speak on the job, again, wise as serpents, this is what it tells you in the script, right? We say the scriptures, it's a script because the word scripture, the base of the word is script, like a play. Come on, family, right? At the end of the day, the script tell you be wise like a serpent. Then, this is for our reptile lovers out there, man. Oh, don't you know, like the snakes, the chameleons, all these, ain't nothing wrong with them. We got to handle them correctly. Everything on this planet has characteristics with it, aka a nature, right? So you just better be careful when you're going up on snakes. Again, wise as serpents. What's that mean? They got that venom. You ready to strike? We ain't messing with nobody. If you try to come and hurt me, we're going to strike, family, right? That doesn't mean we're violent people. That means we love life. Do not try to come and hurt us. That's a basic human principle. Okay. But be not only wise as serpents, harmless. See, back in the day, you could go to the gas station, right? And leave it. This ain't foolishness or presumption that we're talking about now. We're talking about how it used to be, right? Shout out to old people out there one time. Who talk about how it used to be, like that racist-based TV show that was forced down the throats. I'm sorry, family, but this is what it is, which is All in the Family. and the jokes that we had to see. No different than some of the jokes we had to see in the roast of Kevin Hart one time, right? Because unfortunately, when you're getting around and we like to hide behind humor, it's just jokes. No, family. No. The man makes sure to put in your mind, take every instance to sit in the seat of the scornful, make fun of your brothers and sisters. Normal. This is why we had a problem with Trick Williams talking about Sami Zayn and calling him gingerbread. We don't need all that. We don't need all that. Bro, for you to go out there and beat him is powerful enough. We don't need you down. If you're going to downgrade him like that, do something else other than his culture. We ain't got to talk about that. This is why it's unfortunate for me to watch Obafemi. We're just talking about wrestling right now. We'd start off talking about health. Right now, we're in wrestling at the moment. This is why I have a problem with Obafemi. Bro, you shouting out Elon Musk on Stephanie McMahon's podcast. You know what all these people is implicated in? Anyway. So, I mean, we can sit around and, man, come on now. But that's normally what it's like. They ain't gonna give you 100. Somebody gonna bow their knee to master if you're gonna get any imagery of powerful blackness in this world. We just saying what it is. You know, and shout out to our dark brown and tan skin tone brothers and sisters that's holding it down in this world. A world meant for you to fail. But at the end of the day, family, this is, you know, still we rise, right? Maya Angelou, right? As we come to the close here, again, the etymology of the word insight, direction, again, they insight, right? You go look up the word insight, direct or immediate cognition. They put in spiritual perception. We're trying to get away from the spook part. Okay, because there are things that come from the spirit world that's here in this natural world. You can see it. So we don't always, again, it's not a disrecognition, okay, or a discrediting of the spirit world, but it is a recognition of that which is now made here from there, okay, that you can see and touch, right? No different than Christ when he rose from the dead. We understand some people don't believe in that. Christ rose from the dead. Touch me, feel me, family, anything from there you can see here. That's seed. That's why with this GMO thing, we want stuff with seeds in it. We understand we're trying to do with famine, hunger, and all. We want seeds in it. Okay, seedless watermelon is nice. We don't want to be spitting out that stuff, family. Life of the flesh is in the blood. And guess what? The life of the fruits is in the veggies, is in the seeds. Anyway. Looking at, this is from late Latin, mid 15th century is when you start seeing the word intuition show up. Okay. Late Latin, intuitum, right? The nominative is intuitio. If I'm saying it wrong, my apologies. A looking at or consideration. Again, noun of action. From a past participle, we're just talking English right now, family. Again, no words and phrases. You speak in the captive's language. We can play around in the space. You speak in his language. To look at or consider. Family, we got to look at and consider again. That's what kicks in when you be on your job. And your boss acting like a fool. That consideration kicking in like, so let's go this way, right? To the sister, right? Miss Cade, right? Who had to deal with that mess from Gordon Ramsay. We are sorry, sis. I don't know who is okay with their dogs being in the living space, and we love our canines, right? Shout out our canines one time. Man, don't you know that's not loud enough? It's not loud enough. Let's go. You've heard mine on the podcast. My wife and I, we have one, right? We love Fiona, okay? But I'm pretty sure we're not going to be allowing Fiona to just be peeing and pooping right there. We don't, and while we eating? No, we ain't doing that. We're not going with the sub-service dogs. We ain't going with the therapy dogs. We ain't doing none of that. Some people, family, it's the same thing with not picking up dog poop. Okay? Some people just nasty. Do you understand? That some people just nasty. Family, I'm sorry. All right? If this bothers y'all, I don't know what to tell you. Family, thank you for walking this road with your boy one time. We love y'all. God bless y'all. This is never talking down to people. We'll pick this up again next time, right? We have to talk about it. There's still some more to talk about, right? So thank you for walking this road with me. I love y'all. God bless y'all. And until next time, and as always, look to find the beauty in a different view.